Since last Tuesday, wildfires have been raging in the Los Angeles County area and Southern California, burning tens of thousands of acres and leaving thousands of people without homes. And if you haven't seen it already, you're about to see a lot of noise from the political aisle, from people all over the place coming out and talking bad and blaming many departments of what should have been done. And a lot of people are super angry. So with that being said, I'm here to tell you what there is to know about the devastation from the Los Angeles area fires. This is coming from apnews.com, Los Angeles AP. Fires raging in the LA area reduced some 12,000 structures to ash and rubble, killed at least 11, displaced thousands of others, and spread over an area larger than the size of San Francisco. The blaze started Tuesday, powered by gusts from the Santa Ana winds, which slackened Thursday, though forecasters warned that they could pick up later this weekend. LA City and county officials said Friday that the blazes ravaging the Palisades were 8% contained, while the fire burning in Altadena was just 3% contained. So before we dive into this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Alright, so a bit of a fun fact. I am actually from LA, lived there about half of my life before joining the military and living here in Germany. So when I heard about the story, it kind of hit home a little bit, and I hope that I'm able to do this story some justice. BBC.com places the area affected onto maps of New York and London, gives a sense of how big that is, stretching from Clapham to Greenwich in the UK's capital, or across large areas of Lower Manhattan and Queens. So where are the LA fires burning? Excellent question. 6 fires are currently burning in the LA area as of January 11, 2025. Palisades fire, the largest active fire, is burning between Santa Monica and Malibu. Burnt area, 21,596 acres and counting. Eaton fire, the second largest fire, burning north of Pasadena. Burnt area, 14,117 acres. Kenneth fire in the West Hills area just north of Palisades began on Thursday afternoon and has so far burned 1,052 acres. Hearst fire to the northeast of the city, burnt area 771 acres. Lydia fire reported in the hills north of LA, burnt area 395 acres. Archer fire, the newest blaze, started on Friday and has burnt through 19 acres. But 3 fires have been contained. Woodley fire, small fire reported in the local parkland, burnt area 30 acres. Olivas fire, small fire, first reported in the Ventura County, about 50 miles, 80 kilometers east of LA, burnt area 11 acres. And the Sunset fire, reported in historic Hollywood Hills area near many famous landmarks, including the Hollywood sign, burnt area 43 acres. The largest fires have burned thousands of buildings. Furthermore, BBC says that officials say more than 10,000 structures have been destroyed by the 2 biggest fires, about 5,000 each, in the Palisades and Eaton blazes. A combination of exceptionally dry period, downtown Los Angeles has only received 0.16 inches or 0.4 centimeters of rain since October, and powerful offshore gusts known as the Santa Ana winds have created ripe conditions for wildfires. Santa winds flow from east to west through Southern California's mountains, according to the National Weather Service. Blowing across the deserts further inland, they create conditions where humidity drops, which dries out vegetation. If a fire does start, the winds can fan smoldering embers into inferno in minutes. BBC News also wrote an article by David Mercer and Sarah Asaf about what we know about the LA fire victims. At least 11 people have died in the wildfires rage in Los Angeles, and there's fears that that number will rise. Officials say it may take several weeks to identify victims, as traditional methods such as fingerprinting and visual identification may not be possible. Here's what we know about those who are reported to have died, according to their family members. Victor Shaw died trying to defend his home from the wildfire in Altadena. His family said the 66-year-old's body was found on the side of the road by his property with a garden hose in his hand. according to TV network KTLA. The property had been in Mr. Shaw's family for nearly 55 years, it reported. Mr. Shaw lived at the home of his younger sister, Sherry, who said she tried to get him to evacuate with her on Tuesday night as the fire moved closer. She told KTLA that he refused because he wanted to try to fight the fire, adding that she had to flee because the embers were so big and flying like a firestorm. Ms. Shaw told CBS News she would miss her big brother. I'll miss him. I'll miss talking to him, joking about traveling with him, and I'll just miss him to death, she said. I just hate that he had to go out like that. Anthony Mitchell and his son Justin. Anthony Mitchell and his adult son Justin died at their home in Altadena as they tried to escape the wildfires, their family said. Hajim White told the Washington Post she received a call from her 67-year-old father in which he said, "The fire's in the yard." Mr. Mitchell, a 67-year-old retired salesman and amputee, lived with his son Justin, who was in his early 20s and had cerebral palsy, the newspaper reported. Another one of Mr. Mitchell's sons, Jordan, lived with the pair, but he was in the hospital with an infection, the Washington Post reported. Ms. White told the newspaper she had received the news that Mr. Mitchell and Justin had died, adding, "It's like a ton of bricks just fell on me." Mr. Mitchell was a father of 4, grandfather of 11, and great-grandfather of 10, Ms. White said. Rodney Nickerson. Rodney Nickerson died at the home in Altadena, according to his daughter, who said her father believed the wildfire would pass over. Kimiko Nickerson told KTLA her father had bought the property in 1968 and had experienced previous fires over the decades. She said Mr. Nickerson felt this was going to pass over and that he would remain at his home. Ms. Nickerson told CBS News that the last comment her father made to her was, "I'll be here tomorrow." She confirmed to the broadcaster that his body had been found. Rory Calum Sykes, the 32-year-old Australian citizen, died when the Palisades fire broke out on Tuesday, his mother Shelley Sykes said in a post on X. Shelley said she was with her son who had cerebral palsy in the 17-acre Malibu estate during the fire. She added that Rory was in a cottage on the estate and that she had tried to put out the flames, but there was no water coming out of the hose. "I'm totally heartbroken," she said. British-born Rory was born blind and had difficulty walking, but was able to regain his sight and learn to walk with the help of surgeries, going on to become an inspirational speaker, she shared. Shelley told the Australian outlet 9 News that she could not lift her son because she had a broken arm. Erlene Kelly, the family of 83-year-old Erlene Kelly, found out late on Thursday that she was among the victims, the Los Angeles Times reports. According to the newspaper, Ms. Kelly's granddaughter, Brianna Navarro, said her grandmother was adamant that she did not want to evacuate because previous fires had never reached their house in Altadena. On Thursday evening, the family learned that authorities had found a body in the rubble of the home. It had been more than 48 hours since Ms. Navarro last heard from her grandmother. Business Insider reports that 6 celebrities are taking action to help victims of the Los Angeles wildfires. Jamie Lee Curtis has pledged $1 million to relief efforts. Steve Gutenberg walked up and down his block trying to clear a path for people to evacuate. James Woods said he helped his 94-year-old neighbor evacuate. Sharon Stone is helping coordinate clothing donations from multiple celebrities. Love Island USA star Leah Kateb is fostering animals. Jason Oppenheim of Selling Sunset is offering free representation to help people find homes. According to Forbes.com, these billionaires and celebrities pledged aid to LA fire victims. Here's who has donated so far. Key takeaways. Jared Isaacman, the billionaire businessman tapped by President-elect Donald Trump to serve as the next administrator of NASA, has said he will match the first $1 million donated to his company's relief campaign. Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg, the 3rd richest person in the world, said he and his wife Priscilla are personally donating to relief efforts, and billionaire Kind Snacks founder Daniel Lubetsky said his charity, Frontline Impact Project, is working to bring not just supplies, but a sense of hope and care to those affected. Jimmy Lee Curtis, who feared she'd lost her own Santa Monica home before confirming the structure was safe, has pledged to donate $1 million to wildfire relief with her husband, actor and director Christopher Guest. Curtis, an American Red Cross ambassador, also appeared on The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, on Wednesday night, where she encouraged viewers to do anything you can to help people. Give blood, donate, whatever you can do, animal shelter, she said. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have reportedly made monetary donations to relief efforts, donated clothing, children's items, and other supplies, and have directed people to support organizations including the World Central Kitchen, Cal Fire, LA Fire Department Foundation, Animal Wellness Foundation, Compton Cowboys, and Baby to Baby. Kylie Jenner, the youngest member of the Kardashian-Jenner family, posted that she was making an unspecified donation to the California Fire Foundation Wildfire and Disaster Relief Fund, an extension of the California Fire Foundation. The NFL will sell team-specific Rams and Chargers hats and shirts to benefit the LAFD Foundation. 50% of the Rams 50-50 raffle from Monday's game will be donated to the LAFD Foundation and American Red Cross, and the league is donating $5 million to wildfire relief efforts led by individual contributions from clubs and ownership groups from the Los Angeles Chargers, Los Angeles Rams, Minnesota Vikings, the Houston Texans, and NFL Foundation. Actors Halle Berry and Sharon Stone have expressed support for a local boutique and home goods store called Plus COOP, which has turned into a pop-up shop for those in need of clothing after losing their homes in the fire. Berry posted, "She was packing up my entire closet to help displaced families." Former Real Housewives of New York star Bethany Frankel said her charity, Be Strong, has partnered with the Global Empowerment Mission to send aid to those affected. Big number, 2.5 million. That's how much has been raised from 4,000 donors for the California Community Foundation Wildlife Recovery Fund, LA officials said Friday. BBC also reports that locals use TikTok to get donations for LA fire victims. A street vendor and volunteers have harnessed the power of social media to help those affected by wildfires in LA. Jimmy Medina Jr. said that a TikTok live broadcast prompted generous donations that allowed him to buy supplies and to feed people from his hot dog cart. Through the power of TikTok, all of our TikTok viewers sent us donations. With their donations, we're able to buy all the ingredients, said Mr. Medina Jr. Clothes and other essentials are also being handed out at a donation center set up in a car park in Santa Anita Park, Arcadia. CBSNews.com writes, how to help victims of California wildfires affecting LA County. American Red Cross. CBS has partnered with the American Red Cross to support communities in need. The organization said it is staffing evacuation centers and providing supplies. World Central Kitchen, founded by Chef Jose Andres, said it has mobilized across Southern California, providing sandwiches and water throughout the region. The charity said its volunteer chefs are on standby to give out meals. Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation has called for donations for its Wildfire Emergency Fund. The proceeds will go towards equipping firefighters with tools and supplies to contain the infernos. Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is accepting food donations and volunteers. California Fire Foundation is said it is working with local fire departments and community organizations to support impacted residents financially. The group's Wildfire and Disaster Relief Fund directly supports the victims of blazes and other disasters throughout the state, according to its website. League of California Community Foundations, a coalition of the state's nonprofits, is coordinating relief efforts for people affected by the Palisades and Eaton fires. The California Community Foundation said funds raised after previous disasters have helped rebuild homes, restore lost belongings, and provide support services such as mental health management. Anderson Munger Family YMCA in Los Angeles is seeking donations for food, snacks, water, and essential and emergency supplies. The Y said on Instagram it is accepting deliveries at its Koreatown location. International Medical Corps. The LA-based International Medical Corps has been coordinating with local health groups to deliver relief supplies, including hygiene and first aid kits, to communities affected by the fires. The group said it is ready to provide additional support and services to health facilities if needed. Direct Relief. The A Group Direct Relief is bringing in emergency healthcare supplies for community clinics, evacuation center, and local residents affected by the fires. It's also providing N95 masks, hygiene kits, emergency medical packs, and other essentials to partner organizations on the ground in LA. Best Friends Animal Society. Best Friend Animal Society, which runs a pet adoption center in West Los Angeles, says all donations will be used for emergency assistance to animals impacted by the wildfires. And last but not least, VanityFair.com has written an article titled California Wildfires, How to Help Los Angeles from Anywhere in the World. Here's where to donate, volunteer, or seek aid as flames continue for a fourth day. Donate, volunteer. Los Angeles Fire Department Fund. The Los Angeles Fire Department is on the front lines of containing the fires and is in need of donations. Los Angeles Fire Department Fund. The Los Angeles Fire Department is on the front lines of containing the fires and is in need of donations. It has issued emergency funding alert. Money donated to the LAFD will help equip firefighters with necessary equipment and supplies, such as emergency fire shelters, hydration backpacks, and wildland brush, tools needed to put out the fires. The California Fire Foundation, supporting some of the 7,500 firefighters and emergency personnel currently on the ground. The California Fire Foundation provides critical help to surviving families of fallen firefighters, and the community they serve. You can donate to them directly here. Los Angeles Food Bank. The LA Regional Food Bank is providing nutritious meals to those impacted by the fires at their 2 locations. Right now, the food banks are accepting money and food donations and are actively looking for volunteers. Here's a link to the LA Food Bank's disaster relief and how you can volunteer if you live in the area. American Red Cross, Los Angeles region, serving more than 10 million residents in the LA County's 88 cities. The American Red Cross is providing medical services to those impacted by the fires. The American Red Cross LA region is currently accepting monetary donations, which will help support 2 emergency shelters in the Palisades. 90% of its workers are volunteers. Here's more info on how you can get involved. National Day Labor Organization Network, Immigrant Day Laborers, Undocumented Workers, and Mixed Status Families who have been impacted by the fires face the additional burden of fear and uncertainty when seeking shelter and emergency services. The Pasadena Community Job Center is currently serving as an emergency center for the day labor community, providing temporary shelter, food, water, and emergency kits. Donate here to support immigrant workers impacted by the California fires. World Central Kitchen's relief team has dispatched to Southern California to support first responders and families impacted by wildfires by providing nourishing meals. Right now, they're based at the Pasadena Convention Center. You can donate here. Pasadena Humane. The Pasadena Humane Society is a nonprofit animal shelter servicing the greater Los Angeles area. Since the fires broke out, they've taken in over 300 animals, many of which have experienced burns and are injured. Our biggest need right now is for monetary donations to help provide emergency resources to animals affected by the wildfires, reads the website. Here you can donate. Baby to Baby. Baby to Baby, a nonprofit dedicated to serving children in need, is providing essential items such as diapers, food, formula, and hygiene products for children and families in the LA area impacted by the wildfires. Here's how you can donate directly to their disaster emergency relief program. 2025 wildfire GoFundMe spreadsheet. Many families who lost their homes in the LA fires have started GoFundMe pages to raise the funds needed to rebuild their lives. Here's a link to Google Sheet with about 300 families surely impacted by the LA fire. Displaced Black Families GoFundMe directory. Altadena, one of the neighborhoods devastated by the Eaton fire, has historically been a hub for Black families in Los Angeles County. This spreadsheet provides resources to donate money to over 50 Black families that have been impacted by the Eaton fire, which destroyed over 1,000 structures in Altadena. Furthermore, restaurants providing free meals. LA Times lists the food for fire victims. The publication has built an interactive map of 47 restaurants and counting that are providing free or discounted meals to those affected by the fires. Each listing includes up-to-date information regarding the establishment's location, hours, pricing, and type of cuisine. Time Out lists the free food for fire evacuees, finding a curated list of eateries offering food and shelter amid the wildfires, broken down by neighborhood, provided by Time Out, which gives details about how to apply for such aid. LA Infatuation list of restaurants offering support. One of the outlets, Instagram, LA Infatuation, has provided a list of restaurants with free food for evacuees and first responders, encouraging others to add additional businesses that are providing support in the comments section. LA Infatuation notes that some of these restaurants should be contacted via DM before walking in, and the information is subject to change as fires continue. Los Angeles Times has provided a growing list of LA food spots staying open to support those displaced or affected by ongoing fires, including one Santa Monica restaurant that's offering 10% lunch and dinner discounts throughout the week, and a Virgil Village walk-up window that's providing free food to evacuees and first responders. Agnes Restaurant and Cheesery, Alder and Sage, BU, Burger 3000, Cafe Tropical, Koku, Danny Boys, Detroit Pizza Depot, Ding Tai Fung, Dots Cafe, D-Town Pizzeria, Dudley Market, Fat and Flour, Fiorelli Pizza, Fountain Grains and Greens, Gasoline Cafe, Guisados, Heavy Handed, Howlin' Rays, Huckleberry Cafe, Jame Enoteca, Hitlada, LA Sorted's Pizza, Le Great Outdoor, The Lobster, Lowboy, Madre Oaxacan Restaurant and Mezcaleria, Milo and Olive, Norms, O&R Bagels, Otis Thai Kitchen, Oi Bar, Papil Gustative, Rock and Brews, The Ruby Fruit, Saucy Chick Goat Mafia, The Serving Spoon, Sonoritas Prime Tacos, Sora Craft Kitchen, South LA Cafe, Spago, Sunday Gravy, Tam O'Shanter, Taqueria Frontera, Woon, Zira Uzbek Kitchen, 33 Taps. For more information and to get clear what they're offering, please visit the LATimes.com article titled 47 LA County Restaurants Offering Food and Relief to Fire Evacuees and First Responders. So as horrible as all of this is, you always see the best in people and you will always see the worst in people. I hope that you are able to be part of the best in people group. Thank you so much for your time, for listening to me today. I hope that I've been able to share what is going on and ways that you can help and to show you how other people are helping. Hey guys, Jesse here. For more stories and videos just like that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. See you next time.